Is it good for church to pay their own instrumentalists? Their own instrumentalists. You're
Eh,
welcome to the reality with the condensing. And as I said earlier, we are bringing to you this week also. So I'm here also with my brother, our guest for the day, and him. So we'll go straight to the point, and we are talking about the reality about church instrumentalists, which everybody is interested to know. So there are a lot of things we have to discuss today. So I just want you to stay tuned. So before we start, I just want to welcome you. You are welcome.
thank you.
Okay, so move straight to the point. And you are here as an instrumentalist. You play. So I want to ask you a question. Like, how do you feel being an instrumentalist as a church instrumentalist? How do you feel?
Okay, being an instrumentalist, not just in the church, in the music world, being an instrumentalist is something to be proud of. It has an edge. There's an edge it gives me over every regular person. So I feel privileged to be an instrumentalist.
Okay, it feels so privileged to be an instrumentalist. Yeah, that is good. So meaning that we that are not instrumentalists, that means there is something we are missing. That we are missing a lot, right?
Yeah, the music world is so vast.
Okay.
So if you're in the music world, either you're an instrumentalist or a vocalist,
Yeah.
there is something inside there that whosoever is not in the music world doesn't know about. So there is this, should I say, family feeling in the music world.
Okay. What advantage do you feel you have as an instrumentalist that non-instrumentalists did not have?
Okay, there are so many advantages I have as an instrumentalist.
Okay.
But I'll mention a few. I have the skill
Okay.
and I have the musical knowledge.
Okay.
If you're not an instrumentalist, you don't have an idea whatsoever I'm saying when I speak musical terms.
Okay.
So I feel that already is an advantage. And I have the advantage of exposure in the musical world.
Okay.
The guest ministers you watch online, your favorites, as an instrumentalist, I have a slight advantage or a slight chances of meeting them
Okay.
in the musical world that non-instrumentalists can only dream of.
Okay. That reminds me also when I was in the village then, and you know, me I don't used to play, but I have friends that maybe will go for programs or parties or even burials. Yeah, they will go and play. We'll just come around. I noticed that they will give them food, drinks, but they will just ignore us. So
Yeah.
I think although these are just the small ones, but at least
Yes, even,
those.
even even when it comes to sharing of food, we have an advantage. Yes, I play in a live band,
Okay.
Igbo live band. Yes,
Okay.
God's favor. Yeah, that's the name of my musical team.
Okay.
So whenever we go for invitation, there is this special treatment given to us as per instrumentalists and
Okay.
as per musicians in general.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
When everybody is receiving the regular treatment, we have a special treatment. So that is also an advantage over a non-instrumentalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Um, does spirituality matter as an instrumentalist in the church, or skill is enough?
Okay, does spirituality matters as an instrumentalist?
Yeah, or just skill?
Okay, now music itself is a spirit.
Okay.
Yes, music is a spirit, and whatsoever sound I produce as a musician, there is a spirit attached to it.
Okay.
So I think as musicians in general, it is very important. Skill is good, though.
Yes.
Yes, skill is good. It takes a lot of time. You need perfection. I was listening to SMJ. I was watching a video.
Okay.
He said, God has given us a spirit of perfection.
Yeah.
So if you are operating anything relating to God and you are not perfect, or you are not working towards perfection, you are operating antichrist. And to some extent, I kind of agree with him.
Okay.
Because since this service is to God,
Yeah.
it should be done in spirit and in truth. Skill is also important because I saw a tweet of Minister Theophilus Sunday. He said, if you come to my rehearsals, we pray as if we don't rehearse.
Okay.
That is to build a spiritual connection with the Creator. And we rehearse as if we don't pray. That is also to show you the importance of skill.
Okay.
Now, as an instrumentalist, there are sounds I will produce. There is the place your mind will go to.
Okay.
If I should produce a secular sound, your mind will first of all run to the club.
Yeah.
That is it. Now the spirit attached to that sound, it's pulling you to where it's originating from.
Yeah.
But if I should play a kind of a prayer background
Yeah.
tune, the first thing your mind will go to is prayer. Let me
Yes.
pray. If I listen to this one, it's prayer.
Okay.
So as much as skill is important, spirituality also matters as an instrumentalist. Because there are places you will go to. My brother, if you are not spiritual, you exchange your destiny for 10,000 naira,
Okay.
which can be the biggest mistake a man will ever make.
Yeah. Yes. Sir.
So spirituality matters as an instrumentalist.
Okay. I before we go to the next question, which is actually the last, I would love to ask one simple question,
Okay.
because you know, as an instrumentalist, you will know which one is skill, which one is skill plus spirituality. You understand when the person is
Yeah, yeah.
spiritual, but you know there's some people that are so skillful. Like, you know, do you know that? Do you believe that there are some people that they know how to, they understand how to play to tune the atmosphere. Meanwhile, they don't even pray. They don't engage in spiritual activities. They may even be fornicating or doing other things, but they know the right key to touch to tune in. Understand? So now, how do we differentiate this? You know, how do we differentiate this one is only skill, this one is backed up with
Okay.
spirit?
Okay. Now the thing is, as a believer, you should be spiritual
Okay.
because I don't know if you saw the video where Apostle Romeo told the keyboardist to stop.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That what he's playing is not relating to what he's saying. I believe the keyboardist there should be an expert.
Yes.
Yes. But it takes spirituality to know that this sound is not coming from God.
Okay.
So if you are kind of, you believe, na church they play am now,
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
is from God. But if you are spiritually sensitive, you can tell this guy is good, but this sound is not coming from God. And under the same atmosphere, you will find that people, should I say, find it difficult to also ascend with the preacher.
Yes.
Or the preacher will also struggle. I've played for so many men of God,
Okay.
and there are things I'll play, they'll be like, I'm struggling. And there are things I'll play, they'll be like, we are flowing, yes, this is it.
Yeah.
So you should be spiritual before you can be able to
Okay.
detect this is.
Okay. Okay. Because of time, I will go to the next question. But the conclusion means that as a carnal person, you can't detect or you can't know that whether this one is backed up with spirit or this one is carnal.
Yeah, as a carnal person, you will feel it's in the church, so it
Yeah.
is to God or it is
Okay.
from God.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for that. Then the last one, which is, I'm even before I read this one now, I have to smile because it's one of the problems that we are having most times in churches. So, is it good for church to pay their own instrumentalists? Their own instrumentalists.
Eh, is it good for church to pay their own
Instrumentalists,
instrumentalists?
yeah.
Now, this question, first of all, has been shaking lots of people
Yes.
from the onset of the question.
Yeah.
Uh, I would say it depends on the structure of the church.
Okay.
Yes. I heard the man of God said, if the church is capable of paying those guys and still be comfortable, and they are not paying them, that God will hold it against the church. I can't say if God will hold them or not.
Okay.
I can't say, but I will tell you it depends on the church. I, for one, I outside my church self, I don't charge for programs.
Okay.
But one thing is sure, I'll let you know that you are paying for my transport.
Yes.
So wherever you are calling me from, you should know how much you bring me to your location and take me back. That is what I do. Everybody has the way they operate their musical life.
Okay.
When it comes to the matter of payment, it depends on understanding and also the infrastructure of the church.
Okay.
But I will tell you, if somebody should go to school, read music
Mm.
as a career or as a course, and comes back to sit in your church to play for you, sir, pay that person.
Okay.
Yes, because if I should go to school, come back and go to school, read engineering, and back, you give me a church project to handle, you will still pay me as an engineer
Yeah.
because that is what I've read. That is my source of income. So as for those who read music, I believe they should be paid.
Okay.
And there are people, they didn't read music, but they've taken the musical aspect of their life as a source of income.
Okay.
So if they should demand payment, you should pay them. If you can't pay them, please let them go. You should not use Bible to hold them hostage.
Okay.
Say this one, that one. Somewhere in the Bible, I can't remember, but I think the full-time instrumentalist in the house of God were taken care of.
Yes.
Nowadays, you find out that pastors don't take care of their instrumentalists, but you expect them to deliver to the fullest. So it is very hard.
Okay.
It is very hard because first of all, I have other things to chase. I have other priorities. I have things to sort out. You cannot expect that the time I used to look for money elsewhere, I'll spend that time with you to go home empty-handed with the same problem. You have the capacity to sort whatsoever I'm passing through, but you've decided to remain quiet. So if I should ask for my pay,
Mm.
I think I deserve it.
Okay.
Yes.
That means in conclusion, because I know I just did that for just home based instrumentalist.
Yeah.
Because normally, uh, if you are calling somebody from outside, you must pay the person
So
plus
there
the
are there,
transport.
there are people that will call you from outside and still refuse to pay you.
No, 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 that one.
Yes, I've been to places where I actually borrowed transport to go there.
Okay.
I actually borrowed transport to go there.
Okay.
I got there, and what they gave me when I removed my transport,
Mm.
so I was left with 16 naira. Okay, it sounds very funny,
It's
but
very,
it sounds very funny. That
mm.
is why I've told myself that in as much as I've told you that you cover my transport, before I'm coming to your church, I have my transport to come and I have my transport to go back.
Yeah.
If you give me my transportation, fine. If you don't give me, I won't ask.
Yeah.
But personally, our first meeting matters. It is
Yes,
our
yes.
first meeting that will decide if me will come back to your church.
It's true.
There is this ministry I went to play for some years back.
Okay.
So the way we were treated, if those people should call me now,
Mm.
hello, come, we have social program, I will go. Even if they don't pay me anything,
Because of the first
that
impression.
first impression, how they welcomed me, how they treated me as an instrumentalist, it matters.
Okay. So let me just say this in conclusion. One thing about life is, even if somebody did not actually charge you that, okay, this is how much you are going to pay me, but something in you have to tell you that that person is a human being, and you have other things to cover up. Understand? Because one of the problem we have today is, when people charge, we criticize them. But those that did not charge, are you getting me now, ba? They will now treat them like shit. You know, understand? So I believe that when somebody come around, either your home based instrumentalist, or your maybe somebody from outside, if you have the capacity, you treat them. But one of the advantage of, I think, I'm just saying it, but I think that one of the advantage of the home based instrumentalist is, they will understand with you when you don't have. Are you getting me now, ba?
Yeah.
Hey, but in as much as you don't have, you have to show concern that, okay, please, oh, this, oh, this, oh. Like, okay, I don't have much. Understand? See how it's going. But this perception of saying is the work of God. You know, understand?
That is it. It all falls back to, they will tell you it is the work of God.
It is the work of God.
Man of God, sir, I'm an instrumentalist. You are a priest, you are a pastor, you are a
Okay.
minister.
Okay.
We are both doing the work of God. When you go out and you are not giving your honorarium,
Okay.
you pick offense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But when I ask for my payment, you will tell me it is the work of God. I sometimes ask, are we serving different gods? Or no be the same God where you introduce me to, I dey follow you worship.
That's it.
So why will you pick offense when you are not giving your rights and you deny me my own? Tell me my reward is in heaven.
See, this
Which
is
assurance do you have that instrumentalist will die and go to heaven?
so are you saying that not every instrumental go tell
Not every pastor self will go to heaven.
it's sure it's true.
Yeah, you see, it is certain because we are seeing things.
Yeah.
We hear what some of them we look up to say.
Yeah.
We see what some instrumentalists we look up to do. You know, if this person continues like this and the adventure dies like this, sir,
Yes.
they say don't judge you, but I believe as a conscious human being, or as a believer, you should be able at some point you should be able to tell yourself that if I die like this now, I'll go to hell.
Yeah,
You should be able. So there are lifestyles you will live and die. We don't already know where you dey. Even when people dey shout rest in peace, we know sir, you are not finding peace over there.
Hey, God of mercy.
Yes, we know it. So the idea of it is the work of God. If you tell me it is the work of God, I'll just look and I'll cancel you from my mind, or even if we are still relating, I'll cancel you from my mind. It is the work of God, no problem. Say they say the gift of a man make it way for him.
Make it
So if you, as my home pastor, cannot assist me, how do you think I will go places? Now, I was listening to Pastor Nathaniel Bassi. He said something while he was growing up. His church took care of his expenses.
Yes. Sponsor him.
Sponsored him. They paid him. Stay here and learn this instrument. Just stay. Anything you need, we will give it to you. Just stay here and learn it. Now, those are the kind of people that you can actually go to some extent for. Yes, because you know, even if this one tell you it is the work of God, you already know.
Yeah.
They don't even need to tell you. You should tell yourself that I can never in life.
They brought you to this point.
They brought me. Now there is this my pastor, Reverend Aberishi. I'm an instrumentalist today because of credits to him.
Okay.
Yes. When he came to our church, he's a music person.
Okay.
He loves music. So when he came, the sound was bad. There was no keyboardist. All of us were playing drums. Then I was seriously learning drums. He saw that we cannot keep playing only drums whereas we have keyboard. That was how I started. He paid the church paid. They booked 3 months session. They paid for 2 months, and I don't know how the contract went. We couldn't do the 3rd month. So personally, he called me and told me that I would like you to learn this thing. You will not pay. I will pay for it. He brought somebody that taught me to some extent, and I went to rehearse. So there is no way in this life he can ever come, no matter where he is. I'll tell him, sir, before I come, you will pay me so amount, or if I come, you will pay. It's not possible. But there are people that will call me. If I want to charge, I can confidently charge them.
Yes.
If I don't want to charge, I know what to tell them. It's either I reject it or you will sort my transport.
Okay.
So that is just it. The idea of it is God work. The earlier we kill that mentality, the better for pastors and instrumentalists.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. For at least you have at least throw some light in some areas because most of the time see some everything need to we need to know about everything, understand, because the more you just abandon some things, when you say church instrumentalist sometimes, we just see them as you must do it, and the attitude that which you treat people, even if it is your own child, understand, there's a way you treat that person, understand. If you maltreat your own child, there's a way you react to you, understand. So thank you so much for having you.
Thanks for having me.
So see you next. So any question you want us, anything you are not clear of, can write it on the comment section, then we'll answer you. Okay, see you next. Thank you.